For hundreds of years, Korea has been a battleground for competing nations and ideas. The last century, the darkest in the peninsula's history, has seen it divided as never before. It began with Russia and Japan fighting for control. Japan used victory to annex Korea in 1910, having already installed a puppet leader. Sun Jong was the last Korean emperor. By the time he died, the Japanese were completely in control and attempting to undermine Korean identity. With Japan defeated in World War II, Korea fell victim to the Cold War. It was divided into two spheres of influence along the 38th parallel. The Americans controlled south of the line, the Russians installed a communist regime in the north.
The separation around the 38th parallel between North and South and the spheres of influence and the Cold War obviously had a huge impact on the way the two countries sort of like set on a different course.
Before an avalanche of Chinese manpower sweeping down below the 38th parallel.
In 1950, the North, now backed by China, launched a surprise attack.
Those in favour will please raise their hands.
The UN supported what it called a police action to repulse the advance. The Korean War had begun.
A strongly equipped force of seasoned troops prepared to take off by transport plane for the Far East.
Most troops on the UN side were American, but 90,000 British soldiers were involved fighting the Chinese Red Army. More than 1,000 were killed, many of them conscripts. By the time an armistice was signed in 1953, 2.5 million people had died. The line of division remained where it started, the 38th parallel. After the war, South Korea's economy prospered under a capitalist dictatorship, eventually becoming a democracy. North Korea remains an economic basket case, a police state ruled by the same family for 3 generations. First Kim Il-sung, then his son Kim Jong-il, now the grandson Kim Jong-un. The legacy of that dark century leaves 2 countries, one defended by China, the other by the USA, each glowering at the other across an artificial divide. Tim Marshall, Sky News.